In the Sylvie's Technique vlog, in this section I'm talking about a twist block into a knee. So I've done a technique prior talking about the twisting elbow guard. I've started calling it the bramble guard, of like a bramble of thorns kind of thing. So there's a lot of twisting and moving like this, but because you're twisting your body, you're necessarily spring loading the opposite part of your body. So I'm using this combination technique of this block, which I'm trying to get myself used to feel max protected as I'm trying to stay in close range, because that's my range. So I feel super protected here, and then I've loaded this side to come in. What's great about that is that if I'm fighting Southpaw and I'm fighting against Orthodox, this is the open side. So I have effectively blocked on my way in, and then there's this huge, beautiful open side slot right here that has been loaded by my block to come in with that knee. So this is something I'm playing with that was basically an extrapolation on what I was working on and still working on prior, which is doing these, elbow guards. So I'm teaching my body to feel this all the time. So now I want to feel my body exploding out of it. So if you have something that you're trying to get down, like especially if it's defense, and you're like, I really want to get, my long guard or like some kind of protective thing going, and so you end up doing this a lot, and you're training your body to feel that, you want to train your body to feel the attack off of it, because you want your offense and defense to flow back and forth between each other. It's a danger to not practice and picture being hit, because you're going to be hit, but you also want to have your response off of that that's countering. So I've been using the bag for kind of timing and distance to be able to feel where I'm going to be against an opponent when I'm doing these things. Because again, the point of this guard is close. I don't want to be doing this guard from this far away because nobody cares. Like, nobody's hitting me in the head from this far away. That's a kick, right? So I'm trying to close in that distance. So I'm picturing closing in the distance with that. And then I need to feel when, okay, that's close enough. Here's where I can make my attack. So I use timing by having the bag move so that as it comes towards me, I can throw that block as someone is attacking me, right? So I'm just using the bag as a object of someone attacking me. So they hit, and then I come back with my spring-loaded attack on the other side. What's been a challenge is making sure that I keep that same guard without like being locked in that guard. So when I'm here, if they decide to attack me on this same side, I need to be protected on this side, right? So my knee could just come up here and be a block, or I just need to anticipate that this is a possibility for what they're doing. But I can't just stay here. Like, I can't just like, I've done my block and I stay here and then, I don't know, I'll come back out and throw something. You've gotten in, you've done this, now what can you do off of that while staying protected? So for a while, I was having a hard time because I wasn't aware of it, but when I became aware of it, I was like, fix that, is that I would block, and then when I came to me, I like dropped my guard, because I'm like, defense done, offense. That's not how it works. So I've started training myself again, because you're training feelings. So this feeling leads to that feeling, is what you're thinking about, is that this feeling needs to feel good as I'm attacking also. So I'll keep this guard up as I'm throwing that knee. So the contact up, even if there's a move in between. See how I like pushed with this arm, but then I came back to here. So not only does this feel like, oh, max protect, I've defended, this feels like max protect, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, this is protected, so I'm gonna come in with that. If you end up finding yourself at different distances than what that knee provides, figure out what else you can throw off of it also. Like, it's not a 2 combination and you just leave it at that. You're training feelings and this symmetry, right? So if I walk on this side, I'm actually not super comfortable because this knee is in the front to knee on that side. So the symmetry of this versus this to open side and this versus this it's okay, but it's not great. So what can I do if I've twisted this way and this leg's in the front? You can come with an elbow on the other side. So I'm playing with the things that feel natural as I'm coming out of the primary thing that I'm trying to focus on. So I start with, I'm going to train myself to do this, and then I'm like, well, what feels good off of that? Uppercuts feel good off of that. Knees feel great off of that. Should keep my arm up more like that. Like this. If I end up going like this and they tag me, I need to think about what are our body positions in if they've hit me. If I didn't get my attack off and I defended and then missed a defense, what is their body doing? So if they attacked me here, their open side is now the opposite side from what I was trying to do by going here. So I also need to train myself to come back, you know, just keep flowing with what is happening. This feeds back in to the idea of picturing your opponent while you're shadowboxing. Picture your opponent while you're hitting the bag too. Like, there are things that happen that force you to need to adjust. Here, got nailed, switch, clip the bag, whatever.